Hello and welcome to another video, and today I wanted to kind of do a recap about DC's excellent Fandome event that happened last weekend, specifically focused on the two big video game announcements that the conference had. And well, you probably saw the title of this video already, and well, I think it was a great event overall for DC, and I think for fans of DC in regards to their upcoming movie slate. You know, for me personally, that Batman trailer blew me away. I think it looks incredible. It just looks like a tremendous Batman movie. I couldn't be happier. I have zero complaints for the first time in almost 15 years about a Batman movie going into this one. What's even more amazing is they've only filmed 25% of that movie. So they cut that trailer with only 25% of that movie being complete. So they still have a lot more to film starting next month. But this video isn't about that stuff. I thought all that stuff was excellent, all those movies and stuff. I'm really excited for their upcoming slate, and I think they even gave Marvel a run for their money. But today's focus is on the two upcoming Batman games that I want to talk about today: Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. At this event, we finally got not one, but two announcements that have been kicking around for the last several years. One of them is what the hell Rocksteady's been doing the last couple of years, which we now have an answer to, and also what is Warner Brothers Montreal doing. So we'll start with Warner Brothers Montreal. So they are making Gotham Knights, and it's not what anybody was really expecting. So I think a lot of people thought, hey, this is going to be the next Batman game. They're going to do the Court Owl storyline. And well, the Court Owls are definitely a big part of this game. It's not what that is. Going into the trailer, the game takes place after Batman has been killed. So Batman and Jim Gordon are now dead. And he kind of sends out a code black message, which is basically a posthumous, you know, if I'm dead, here's what you can do type of thing. Now, when they originally put the trailer up, I thought, okay, that makes sense because at the end of Arkham Knight, his mansion blew up and he and Alfred were dead. But certain aspects of that aren't represented here. Jim Gordon was not dead at the end of Arkham Knight. He clearly is dead here. Warner Brothers Montreal did come out afterwards and say that this game does not take place in the same universe as the Arkham games, which I think does this even more of a disservice. But the biggest problem I have with this and the Rocksteady game, which we'll get to in a minute, is there's no Batman. And as obviously as you guys can see, as a massive Batman fan here, it's just incredibly disappointing to see not one, but two studios who have worked on Batman games walk away from that character and do other things. And this game in particular, the more I've seen of it come out after that initial reveal trailer, I'm deeply concerned about it. It seems like it's almost a games as a service game, which is not something I want to see for any type of Batman game. So enemies have levels and health bars and stuff. It is a completely online cooperative campaign, which is kind of cool because you can play, you and a buddy can play, and you can pick from four characters. There's Red Hood, there's Nightwing, there's Robin, and there's Batgirl. I think that's really cool, but then I watched the gameplay trailer and everything about it disappointed me. The voice work sounds bad. The game seems like it struggles to maintain 30 frames, which is ridiculous in 2020. And I know the game's a little bit off. They said 2021. And overall, it just doesn't look like it's up to par with what I would consider a next-gen game. It seems like it's going to be one of those holdover games from this gen. It'll work on next-gen, but it really was made for Xbox One and PS4. And again, I don't want a Batman-centered games-as-a-service game, and I think that's doing this the biggest disservice. And especially when they've come out and said, even Scott Snyder came out, the creator of the Court Owl storyline and those characters in that lore, has come out and said he's worked with Warner Brothers Montreal on bringing that whole storyline to this game. So that makes this even more disappointing for me because that's a incredibly Batman-centered story, and Batman's not really going to be part of this game. So now you're doing the Court of Owls differently already, and that kind of concerns me. So everything about it has just been kind of sketchy for me, and I walked away after that initial trailer I watched. I went, okay, it makes sense. And then everything I've seen after, from the developers coming out and saying it doesn't, connect to the Arkhamverse, and then also it just looks like a games as a service game. I think they're chasing the wrong dragon there, and I think that this is just disappointing. And I'm a Batman fan. I will tell you right now, I will most likely play the game. Let's not kid ourselves. I'll play the game because I am a massive Batman fan, but I can't help but to be disappointed already going into it that seems like that's what this game is, and that's not what I want out of a Batman sequel. So, and also let's keep in mind that this game is made by Warner Brothers Montreal. Those are the people that made Batman Arkham Origins, a game that I didn't think was very good. On the other side of this, Rocksteady, the company that everybody's been wondering for the last 5 years, what the hell have they been doing? A lot of people thought they were making a Superman game. No, they actually have been making a Suicide Squad game, and it's called Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. The thing that's different here is it is a 4-player cooperative game, so you can play as Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark. Everybody loves King Shark at this point. And the big reveal in that trailer is that Superman's apparently a bad guy right now. So they kind of trolled fans earlier before this big trailer reveal with Superman, and I thought that was a good troll because everybody's been thinking they've been making a Superman game. It is a little bummer that they're going back to the same well that Injustice has done for the last couple years with Superman being a bad guy. I really wish they kind of would have went a different direction with this. Obviously, they have come out and said this game takes place in the same Arkham universe, which is even more bizarre than Gotham Knights not taking place in that universe. So for me, that means Batman's probably dead and not a part of this game. And again, it was just a CG trailer. They showed no gameplay. This game is still a long ways off. It's not coming out until 2022. The CG trailer they showed looked incredible, though. Like, all the animation was really, really impressive. At the end of the day, it's just an in-engine cutscene. It's not like an actual, like, showing gameplay or anything like that. So we don't actually know what the game's gonna look like, and that's disappointing. So overall, on the game side of things from DC Fandome, I was disappointed and kind of let down because I wanted one of these games to be a Batman-centered story, and neither of them are. I thought maybe this was the time we'd also give Wonder Woman some love in game form, and it doesn't seem like we're doing that, and I'm also going to be really bummed, but it's probably going to happen. If you're calling your game Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, probably going to make Wonder Woman bad as well. So, I don't know, time's going to tell. I have more faith in the Suicide Squad game than I do in Gotham Knights, and that's just because of Rocksteady's pedigree and the other Batman games they've created over the last decade. So I look forward to that game, but we're not going to see anything about that game now probably until next E3, if there is an E3. So overall, though, like for DC Fandome, I kind of just wanted to touch base on these two specific games and give my thoughts on that because I walked away a little disappointed being a humongous Batman fan that neither of these games have my favorite hero in them, and that's kind of disappointing for me. But I'd love to know in the comments below what you guys think. Did you guys like that they're doing something different with both of these games? Or are you bummed like me that there's apparently no Batman in either game? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.